Happy, healthy, and a prosperous New Year, dental community. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brad, and we're going to do a special video. And the title for this is 10 Dental Marketing Tips for 2019. So many exciting platforms and marketing initiatives that your dental team could execute this coming year. And there's so much out there. So these are 10. Clearly, it's not everything, but these should give you a really nice jump start to break away from the competition and to really stand out in the area if you focus on these. So let's start with number one. Video, video, video. This is without question the time to focus on video content at your dental practice. So Google owns YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and video is considered the heaviest form of multimedia content. Now, there's a variety of video that you could film at your practice, and you could do this either on your mobile phone or bring out a professional crew with lights and cameras and sound equipment. Now that's great. I recommend doing that once a year or so. And that type of content should live on your website and be very beautiful and polished and well produced. The other type of content should be filmed on a regular basis on a mobile phone, because mobile devices now have incredible cameras and are just as good as film cameras were years ago. So leverage the power of your multimedia device at the practice. Now, what should you film? Patient testimonials. Probably the most powerful form of social proof is a video patient testimonial. Couple tips on this. Hold the camera horizontally, not vertically. You want the screen to be sideways, okay? Only use first names, not last names. And definitely have a patient release form signed. If you need a patient release form signed and you need one, I'll have my email at the end of this video and I'll send you one. Some other things you could film can be tours of the practice. If you get new dental technology, let's say a CEREC machine or something, stand in front of that and talk about same-day crowns, team member introductions. Put it this way, video is so game-changing. It benefits your organic search engine optimization. It's the most powerful form of storytelling. And you really want to focus on a homepage video. If you don't have a video on your website homepage, it's huge. Statistics show that one video on a website homepage, not only a dental, but any website homepage, increases conversion by 80%. Literally one video on a homepage, 80% conversion increase. So that's a no-brainer. Now, for your dental practice, it could be a 2 to 3 minute compilation of patient testimonials, you talking about your clinical excellence and passion for providing people with beautiful, healthy smiles. Whatever it is, if you have a homepage video, a potential new patient comes to your website, he or she hits play, and there's some stickiness, right? They're on your website for long, they don't bounce off. That alone is a great hack for organic SEO. Google loves it when someone goes to your website, it doesn't leave right away. So video is a way to capture them for longer. And obviously, not only will it benefit your organic SEO, but your overall branding, and most importantly, your conversion for new patients will grow exponentially through the use of video marketing. Now, other ideas, if you're curious what to film, is use your website as a script. Maybe once a week or once a month, you sit down with your team and you film a new video. Go down your services. Oh, this week we're going to do a video on porcelain veneers. Next week, it's about Invisalign. The week after that, you could do a video on what sets us apart. Whatever you deem appropriate on your video content strategy is fine. Just make sure you're putting out a message that's trying to attract the searches you want. So if you're trying to focus on all-on-4 dental implants, don't create a lot of video content around how to brush your kids' teeth properly. You want to mirror the content with the type of searches you want. Number 2, Google AdWords. Now, there is a reason that Google continues to print billions and billions and billions of dollars. Why? It's AdWords. 98% of their revenue comes from AdWords. And if it's done properly, if you have someone strategically managing your Google AdWords campaign and focusing on the ad copy, cost per click, where it's running, phrase matches, keyword choices, all these things that are so particular and important on your AdWords campaign, it's a no-brainer. Any local dental practice that has a budget for marketing should be trying some AdWords, because you know exactly what the searches you're going to be going for. You know your cost per click. And it's not like you have to do Bing and Yahoo, although we could talk about that some other time about trying different innovative platforms and being experiential with that stuff. But right now, Google, no brainer. Most of the searches are coming from Google on mobile. So why wouldn't you implement a Google AdWords campaign for specific searches in a targeted location? But you need to make sure it's being done properly, but hugely, hugely powerful. The third tip for 2019 is Instagram advertising. So we talk a lot about Instagram on our marketing show and some other platforms, but Instagram advertising is I call this a blue ocean opportunity. If you haven't read the book Blue Ocean Strategy, I believe there's 2 versions now. It's a game-changing book, one of my favorites of all time. But Instagram advertising, it's huge. And I love Instagram for dental practices because it plays so well to the content vibe that you're trying to put out there. You're creating beautiful, healthy smiles. You're changing people's lives. That type of message, that type of vibe plays so well to the Instagram platform. So why not leverage the power of Instagram advertising? Highly encourage you to experiment with some ad spend here as well. Okay, the 4th tip is new website design. Now, clearly, if you just got a new website yesterday or recently, you don't have to deal with this, but design is changing a lot. And you want to make sure your website, your brand is clean, modern, and minimalistic. A lot of open, clean space, proper use of typography, your images, the navigation. You know, we talk a lot about above the fold. And when someone comes to your desktop or mobile website, before they even scroll down, the first thing they see is called above the fold. That is probably making or breaking the conversion for new dental patients. So just make sure your website is the most amazing representative of your entire office brand. You gotta love it. If you're investing all this money in technology, in team training, in consulting, and travel, and CEO courses, which is so amazing, make sure your website, that gateway, that new patients experience, that first touch point, that micro moment with your practice is beautiful, unique, and represents your personality as a dental team. It is so important. And design on websites is changing a lot. And make sure it speaks volumes about your practice. The images on the website should not just be stocky, templatey stuff. They should be real, high-quality, beautiful images of your practice and of your team. We can go on and on about website optimization. I won't bore you with that now. This tip was really just about website design. And if you want to see examples of some of our websites or want me to look at yours, I'll have my email once again at the end of this, but really important. The 5th tip, local television. I know, it's surprising, yes. Local television. I was recently talking to an amazing practice on the East Coast, and they advertise their dental practice on local television. They do 15 and 30-second spots. They advertise on the Golf Channel and the Hallmark Channel. And I guess the Hallmark Channel is one of the #1 drivers of new patients to the practice. I know this is great. People watch the Hallmark Channel and they're in a very sappy, emotional mood. Maybe they're watching Love Actually. It's a great flick, but all right. So whatever, they're watching the Hallmark Channel and something about that dental office commercial coming up, it converts. And also, you're going to be a local celebrity in town. How cool is it? You go to Whole Foods, you walk around town, people recognize you. Come on. It's cool. It's fun. So I think that's a really smart strategic spend, especially now because it's so cost effective. So I'd encourage you, if you are filming some high-end, beautiful content for your practice already, maybe you want to edit some of that, make it 15, make it 30, and run it on local television. Very cool opportunity. And once again, you could repurpose a lot of this content on digital platforms. And if you do some local television, just send me the commercial. I'd like to check it out. The 6th tip is Google reviews. Clearly, everyone knows. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Hi. Everyone knows that Google reviews are game-changing. And for local search, when people search for dentist near me, you want your practice to come out high with great social proof in Google reviews. We're obviously a huge fan of the platform Podium. If you're automating these Google review requests, I'd encourage you to check out Podium. It's a game-changing platform. It's one less thing for the practice to have to worry about. You automate these, but however you're getting these Google reviews, very, very powerful to focus on moving forward, obviously. Voice search. It's unbelievable, the numbers, when you look at the amount of voice search growing. It's going up so much. So just be aware that a lot of searches for dentists in my area, best dentist, dental implants, emergency dentist, Invisa, all these things moving forward, a lot are going to be searching on via voice, whether it's Siri, Alexa, the Echo, whatever it is. So just know by adding video to your website, that alone is going to help out some of your voice search results. Now, all the answers aren't out there yet in terms of how to rank higher for voice search because this is so new. But clearly, by putting audio files on your website, by having video, and we're not going to talk about podcasts in this video, but podcasts is an interesting opportunity right now. You know, early in the internet, it was huge. And now it's back again. It's probably maybe one of the most powerful marketing tools, if not the most powerful at this point, because it's a very passive form of consumption. You can listen to a podcast when you're working out, cleaning your dishes, walk around the house. You don't have to sit down and really watch a video. Podcasts are great. Now, how does this play for your practice? You could sponsor a podcast in your city. You could have your own podcast. It doesn't have to be dental related. It can be, but there's a lot of opportunity in that podcast space if you deem it's appropriate. Just understand that voice search is here and growing very quickly. The 8th tip is this: clinical excellence. You're all going to conferences. You're taking CEO courses. You have a passion for clinical excellence. Let your patients know. Let everyone know about your studies. You're traveling to COIS or wherever it is, to AACD conferences. You're going around the world. You're watching things online. Tell people about this. And one of my favorite pieces of content for you to film is this. Let's say you're at a conference taking courses, whether you're with the team or by yourself. It's always a nice opportunity to get an image, a picture, or a video. So if you're at the conference, you could do a video such as this. Hi, it's Dr. Jones. We're here at the Greater New York Dental Conference. We're connecting with fellow colleagues, which is always a pleasure. We're learning about the latest trends in dentistry. And most importantly, we're becoming the most skilled clinicians possible. And we can't wait to share with all of our amazing patients back at the practice. You see how a video like that, look in the camera on a mobile phone, shows that you've traveled somewhere, excuse me, for a conference, but you can't forget at the end of it, you got to frame it where it's for the benefit of the patient who's watching, or else they don't care. So always at the end of this type of content, you're doing this because you want to provide the most incredible patient experience for every single patient that walks in that door. That is the key. The 9th tip is Facebook advertising. At this point, I feel it's even more of an opportunity than it was 3 or 4 years ago. It's without question still the greatest opportunity in the history of marketing because the ability to target through Facebook advertising. You could just boost and promote postings and target everyone that already likes your page and their friends in the area. Now, I have seen through the platform recently that a lot more things are getting allowed through the Facebook algorithm with advertising. So whether you're experimenting with more clinical stuff or specials or towards the practice, whatever type of content you're focusing on with Facebook advertising, just know this. I'm seeing a huge pop in Facebook advertising with video and also carousel ads. So a carousel ad is a posting with one or more image. I believe still you could have up to 10 images on a carousel ad. So try creating a post with a lot of images, some nice copy, maybe some hashtags and emoji, and boost and promote that. So obviously your call in terms of budget and frequency of it, but still without question, I know I mentioned Instagram advertising earlier, but you should, depending on your city, I think without question, still be running some Facebook advertising if it's done properly. Total game changer. Nowhere else can you target like you can with Facebook advertising. And the 10th tip is this: be mission driven. Consumers want to associate with brands that are mission driven. What does your dental team stand for? And how can you give back to the community? Let's say, for instance, that you're encouraging patients to check in at the practice. By the way, I think it's the biggest no-brainer in the history of marketing to have a check-in sign in your reception area that says check in and win a prize. Because everyone who checks in on their phone, it's free, scalable word of mouth. They're telling all their friends and family they're at your dental practice. Anyway, that check-in sign can then maybe say check in and win a prize. For every one check-in we receive, we'll donate one canned food to the local food pantry. So you're giving back. It's a win-win across the board. 3 ways. Clearly, the nonprofit wins, which is the most important. The patient wins because he or she feels good. And you win because your office is getting free, scalable word-of-mouth marketing. So whatever it is, as a dental team, you should figure out who do we want to benefit this month, this quarter, this year? And decide what feels right. It's different for everyone. And if there's an opportunity to incorporate that through your systems at the practice, I think it's a beautiful thing. And it's a win-win for everyone. So those are the 10 tips to focus on in 2019. There are many, many more tips. And we'll do other videos, but those are 10 big ones. So stand out, get noticed, and attract new dental patients. If anyone has any questions, you can email me at info@dentainment.com. The website's dentainment.com, dentainment.com, dentainment.com. We do social media management for dental offices, website design, Google AdWords, a lot of other stuff, consulting. So feel free to reach out. If you ever want to schedule a call with me, you can go to chatwithbrad.com and we can do that there. Have a wonderful year. Keep up the inspiring work, and thank you very, very much for watching. Take care.